Dear students, welcome back to my today's session. In my previous session, I told about retirement. What is retirement? And also how to settle the amount due to retiring partner or the legal representatives of deceased partner during death of a partner. We have seen what are the different accounts to be prepared and what are the different calculations to be made. In that, we have seen gain ratio calculation or calculation of gain ratio. Now, today our discussion is about new profit sharing ratio. What is new profit sharing ratio? Of course, we have studied that one in your previous lesson during admission. During admission or retirement, the composition changes. So, we have to reconstitute it. At that time, we will get a new profit sharing ratio. So, what is new profit sharing ratio? It is the ratio in which the remaining partners will share future profits. Remaining partners future ratio. Remaining partners share their profits after the retirement. Share their profits in futures. So, remaining partners means continuing partners. In future, they used to share their profits or losses. The ratio what they use for that we call new profit sharing ratio. So, it is the ratio in which the remaining partners will share future profits after the retirement, or you have to add death also after the retirement or death of any partner. One more question. The new share of remaining partners, that means we can show like this. So, here this is a full share. Here imagine 3 partners are there now. Now 3 partners are there, X, Y and Z. X, Y and Z. Assume that Z retires. His share is there, no? It is acquired by X as well as Y. So, at that time what happens? Only 2 partners remain. They continue with the new ratio. So, that means what? X old share is this much. Y's old share is this much. They add his portion either in the ratio or in any different ways. They will acquire, either sometimes X only acquire his his share, or sometimes Y will acquire his share. So, the new share of the remaining partner consists of his own share, or you can write here new share is equal to own share plus share acquired or share gained or share taken from the retiring partner. So, we can write share acquired. So, simple formula we got it. So, that is share acquired or share taken. So, what is new shares formula? New share is equal to own share plus share acquired. So, this is a simple thing. And also you can remember also, one partner retires, his share will be there. That will be taken by us. At that time our share increases. You have 100 rupees, you take somebody's 50 rupees. So, 100 plus 50, it becomes 150. Or if 2 people share that, one person will take 25, another person will take 25. So, 100 plus 25, like that. They will gain or acquire the share of retiring partner. Why do we want a new profit sharing ratio? To share future profits. Very simple. To share future profits, they want new profit sharing ratio. Sometimes goodwill calculation also, they want a new profit sharing ratio. And also while adjusting remaining partners' capital, they want new profit sharing ratio. How to calculate this? Same like your admission, here also there are three important cases. Three cases are there. Sometimes they give only old ratio. Sometimes they give old ratio and share gained. Share gained. Directly we can add and find out. Then old ratio plus gain share ratio. They don't give share acquired. They will give gain ratio. How they are gaining is share. How, in which ratio they are acquiring retiring partner's share. In what way they acquire retiring partner's share. So there are three things, three cases. One is when only old ratio is given, when old ratio and share gained is given, and sometimes they give old ratio and gain ratio. Let us see one example and clear these cases. First we see when only old ratio is given. First one is when only old ratio is given. First case. We see the different cases of calculating new profit sharing ratio when only old ratio is given. Only old ratio is given. How to calculate? Only old ratio is given, how to calculate? Like admission, when only old ratio is given, the old ratio itself becomes new ratio. The old ratio, this ratio itself, we have to take that is new ratio. So here they don't mention any other information, no specific information you get, then you write what is the old ratio. But while writing old ratio, you should see that the part of retiring partner should be removed. After removing part of retiring partner, what remains, that old ratio itself is the new ratio. Example, here it may come for 1 mark question. So A, B and C are partners, their profit sharing ratio is 3:1, 3:2:1, 3:2:1. Now just see, when A retires, what is the new ratio? What is the new ratio? When A retires, new ratio is 2:1. 2:1. That's all. When B retires, just see 3:1. When C retires, 3:2. Like this, 3:2. 3:2. So like this, we have to calculate. This is the first method. Here no calculation. The statement itself we will get answer. But we have to take remove the part of retiring partner. Next one is just like the formula. Old ratio also will be given. Share gained also will be given. See, second one. When old ratio and share gained is given. Share gained are given, both are given here. So how to calculate? Old ratio also give, share gained also is given. So at that time what I have to do? New share is equal to old share plus share gained. Here only we get answer. Again, just see M, N and O are partners. M, N and O are partners. Their profit sharing ratio is 4:3:2. 4:3:2. Now just imagine N retires. Here in this case, two cases are there when they give ratio, when they give share. When they give share, directly you can take. When they give ratio, acquired ratio, then you have to consider the third case, what I say after this. First see, when N retires, they gain N's share. N's share is gained by M and O in this share 2/9 and 1/9 respectively. They give this statement in the problem, respectively. So is n's share 2 by 9 will be taken by m, 1 by 9 will be taken by O. So what is the gain? What is the gain? Just you write here. While writing also you can use the formula new share is equal to old share plus share gained. Share gained. You can make one more statement. Old share of M and O. M and O. Just see here, you have to make it share. So M's share will be 4 by 9 and O's share is 2 by 9. You can write separately also. One line you can write old share of M, old share of N, old share of O. Then you apply new share. New share of M is old share 4 by 9 plus he gained 2 by 9. So it becomes, here it is LCM, no need of find out, both are same. So 9, here it is 6. So new share of O is old share. Old share is 2 by 9. Anyway, we have written here. And he gained 1 by 9. So it becomes 3 by 9. 3 by 9. So therefore, new ratio, you write in ratio format, ratio of M and O is equal to, first you write in share, 6 by 9 is to 3 by 9. That is 6 is to 3. We can simplify this. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. So it is 2 is to 1. Answer is 2 is to 1. 2 is to 1. That's all. So here there is no much calculation. Only the thing is, you should see whether they gave gain share or gain ratio. Gain ratio, if they give, we cannot calculate like this. We have to see how much portion he has gained out of retiring partner. Here such complication is not there, very simple. So I hope you understood this. Here you do homework. Here N retires is there. Here you write when M retires, here make N, here make O. One example. Second one, when O retires, M and N. Do like that and solve the problem. Then it will be easy. Now the third case, here old share and share gained is given. The next one is old ratio they give, along with the old ratio they give share gained or gain ratio. So here they give old ratio and gain ratio, not share, they give in ratio. Other than old ratio, one more ratio will be there in the problem, right? Here how to find out? Let us see with some examples. Third case, when old ratio and gain ratio are given. When old ratio and gain ratio are given. So here two ratios they give, not one ratio and one share. So here there will be two ratios, one old ratio and gain ratio. Here how to do? Here acquiring retiring partner's share in this ratio. Acquiring or taking retiring partner's share in this ratio. For that there are two steps we should do. First we should do share acquired. First we should do share acquired. One step. Share acquired. Share acquired you can calculate very easily. Share acquired means the remaining share will be acquired in gain ratio. So we can say retiring partner share into gain ratio of remaining partners. That retiring partners share into multiply by gain ratio. Gain ratio. After retirement, gain ratio of old or continuing partner. After that, we have to do the second stage. New profit sharing ratio. Old ratio is here. This one is old ratio. This one plus this one. Share acquired or share gained. So old share is equal to old share plus share acquired or share gained plus share acquired. So here two stages we should follow and solve the problems. One simple example I will say A, B and C are partners. A, B and C are partners. Take any example. Ratio 3:2:1. 3:2:1. Here B retires. After B retires, B's share is acquired. B's share is acquired by A and C in one ratio, any one ratio. Just to take 2:1 ratio. Calculate the new profit sharing ratio. Just to clear and understand, gave a simple example. What to do here? See, earlier in admission you have seen, just if you want to make this one, the share format 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6. Their share is 2/3 and 1/3. What does it mean? See, a retiring partner share into gain ratio, or we use off condition. See here, who is retiring? This partner is retiring. In this, 2/3 will be taken by A, 1/3 will be taken by C. So first we should take how much they take, then we get how much they take, that portion should be added to the old share. So you will get new profit sharing ratio. First we will find out A's gain share or A's share gained or share gained by A. Share gained by A is equal to, he is gaining in this ratio, that is 2/3 of this one, retiring partner share. Retiring partner share into gain ratio. Gain ratio is here 2/3 of 2/6. This is easy. Off means what? It is multiplication. 50% off. I said the previous class. Into 2/6. So it is 18. 6 3s are 18. 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4. Let us see. Share gained by C. 1/3 of 2/6. Same. So it is 1/3 into 2/6 is equal to 2/18. So this is not a new share. This one is gained share or share gained or share acquired. Now we want new share of A. New share of A. A's old share is this one. Right? Old share 3/6 plus he acquired this much from retiring partner's share 4/18. So take the LCM 18. 6 3s are 18. So 3 3s are 9 plus 4. So it is 13/18. 13 by 18. Now we see new share of B retiring partner C. Its old share 1 by 6 plus its share gained is 2 by 18. So it is 3 ones are 3 plus 2 divided by 18. So it is 5 by 18. So new profit sharing ratio will be new profit sharing ratio of A and C will be 13 by 18 is to 5 by 18. So that means 13 is to 5. 13 is to 5. So that's all. Understand? So easy, but you should be very conscious. When you get this answer, don't write 4:2 is the new ratio or 2:1 is the new ratio. This is gain share. How much they gain from old partners. Old partners. That one they will continue. They will add to the old share. They will add to the old share. Now let us see some questions from the question bank. Problems from the question bank. Problems from the question bank. Sixth problem. I will do 2 problems and 3 problems are homework for you. All same calculations. First step we should find out share acquired. Second step we should find out new share by adding old share plus the previous answer, that is share acquired. Here sixth problem. Lata, Abhishek and Apeksha are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3 by 8, 1 by 2 and 1 by 8. So sixth problem. Lata, Abhishek and Apeksha are partners sharing profits in the ratio, so but they have given in share 3 by 8 and 1 by 2 and 1 by 8. Lata retires and surrenders half of her share in favor of Abhishek and remaining share in favor of Apeksha. So Lata retires. Just write the summary here. Lata retires. Then Lata surrenders. She surrenders 2/3 of her share to whom? To Abhishek and remaining to Apeksha. Remaining, how can you calculate? See, full is 3 by 3 or 1. Here 2/3 is given to Abhishek. She surrenders 2/3 of her share to Abhishek. Remaining to Apeksha. That means remaining is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 to whom? To Apeksha. Calculate the new profit sharing ratio. So here also like that only. They have not given ratio either in the beginning or gain ratio. They have given in share. But when they give in share, we have to convert into ratio. But here it is not equal. So that should be, here also should be 8. Make it 8. Make it 8 by multiplying 4. When you multiply here by 4, you have to make here also same 4. So it is like this. 3 by 8. 4 by 8 is to 1 by 8. Who retires? Retiring partner is Lata. And here they have given in share only. Now let us start calculation. So it's very easy. First we should write calculation of, first line you should write like this. Calculation of new profit sharing ratio of Abhishek and Apeksha. Apeksha. And second line, what you have to write? You should write the formula, because we are going to find out new share. So you write new share is equal to old share plus share gained. Share gained. Now, this is not share gained. If you read, you can understand. She surrenders 2/3 of her share to Abhishek, 1/3 to Apeksha. When they say like that, this is not the surrendered share. This is surrendered ratio. This means 2:1 ratio. She is surrendering. That means 2/3 of this one. 2/3 of this one to Abhishek, 1/3 of this one to Apeksha. So you can see share gained by next line. Share gained by her share, they surrender means they will gain. Gained by Abhishek. Abhishek is equal to how much? It's clearly given. 2/3 of her share, that is 3/8. She only gives. She gives or they take, one and the same. So here 2/3 into 3/8. 3/8. So it becomes 8 3s are 24, 2 3s are 6. This is the share gained. This is the ratio. In this they are getting, she is giving. Now next, share gained by Apeksha. Share gained by Apeksha is equal to this one. 1/3 of 3/8. That means 1/3 into 3/8, 24. 3/24. 3/24. What is this? This is the share gained. Share gained. Now we want a new share. Right, next line. New share of, you have to calculate one by one. New share of Abhishek. New share of Abhishek is equal to old share of Abhishek. This one. This is Abhishek. This is Apeksha. So you can write 4/8 plus 6/24. 4/8 plus 6/24. Take the LCM. 24. 24. Then 8 3s are and 4 3s are 12 plus 6. So it is, if you add this one, it becomes 18/24. 18/24. No, don't simplify it. Let it be like that. Now, new share of Apeksha. Apeksha, her old share 1/8 plus her gain share 3/24. So 24 is the LCM. Here 3 plus 3, 9/24. Now the last line or answer. Therefore, new profit, you write full share ratio of Abhishek and Apeksha. Abhishek and Apeksha. Take this one and this one. This is the final answer. 18/24 is to 9/24. So that means 18 is to 9. But you can simplify this. 9 1s are, 9 3s are. So answer is 3:1. Answer is 3:1. 3:1. Very simple. So likewise, you can do this one. And all problems, you have to use the same steps. 2 more problems I will do. And here, if you want to understand clearly, now Lata retires is given. Next problem you try when Abhishek retires. Like that only when Apeksha retires. Like that you try, then you can understand it clearly. Now the next problem. Next problem is Naveen, Suresh and Tarun. Naveen, Suresh and Tarun are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. Suresh retires and his share is acquired by Naveen and Tarun in the ratio of 2:1. 2:1. So old ratio is 5:3:2. Who retires? Suresh retires. Suresh retires. Naveen acquires in Naveen and Tarun acquires in 2:1 ratio. That means 2/3 of 3/10 and 1/3 of 3/10. Have to calculate. This is homework for you. And eighth problem I will do here. There are four partners. Let us see eighth problem now. Eighth problem. Vidya, Sandhya, Lata and Sudha are partners. Four partners are there. Eighth problem. Vidya, Sandhya, Lata and Sudha. Sudha are partners. Their profit sharing ratio is 3:2:1:4. Vidya retires. Her share is acquired by her share. Vidya's share is acquired by Sandhya and Lata. Sandhya and Lata in the ratio of 3:2. 3:2. Calculate the new profit sharing ratio and gaining ratio of remaining partners. Here both will come. We have to find out new profit sharing ratio and as well as gain ratio. If you want to find out the new profit sharing ratio, you have to calculate gain ratio or share gained. Let us do this. But here the thing is, four partners are there. Vidya retires. Her share is acquired by Sandhya and Lata only. Only they will gain. So while calculating gain ratio, you will get gain ratio of only two partners, Sandhya and Lata. New ratio, remaining three partners also you have to find out. But one partner's old ratio itself will be the new ratio. Who's that? That is Sudha's. Now calculate. First sentence, calculation of new profit sharing ratio of Sandhya, Lata and Vidya. Sandhya, Lata and Vidya. This should be first. After that you write new share is equal to old share plus share gained. Here share gained is not given, gain ratio is given. So we have to find out gain share. Now let us start. First we will find out share gained. Share gained by Sandhya. Share gained by Sandhya. Sandhya gains 3/5 of Lata's share. Lata's share is this one, 3/10. She gains in 3/5. So you can write 3/5 of 3/10. That is 3/5 into 3/10. 3/10. So it becomes 5 tens are 50, 3 threes are 9. 3 threes are 9. Share gained by Lata. Lata gains in this ratio, that is 2/5 of her share, Lata's share, Vidya's share. Vidya's share, that is 2 by 5 into 3 by 10. So 50, it is 6. 3 2s are 6. 3 2s are 6. Now leave it. We got gain, share now. Share gained we got. Now we want a new profit sharing ratio. New share. So we have to write new share of Sandhya. New share of Sandhya. Sandhya's old share, this one, that is 2 by 10 plus she gains 9 by 50. 50 is the LCM, we have to find out LCM. 50 is the LCM. Then while making 10 into 50, you have to make this also by same figure. So 10 paisa, 2 paisa. That means 10 plus 9, that is 19 by 50. So new share of Sandhya is 19 by 50. Now we see new share of next partner, Lata. Lata, it is, Lata share is this one. 1 by 10 plus 6 by 1 by 10 so 1 by 10 plus 6 by 50. So 50 is the LCM. 5 tens are 50. 1 5s are 5, 6. So it is 11 by 50. 11 by 50. Here we have found out only two partners gain ratio because they only gained her share. While finding out a new share, we have to find out the third party, Sudha's share also. But they have not given share gained. So write the new old share itself. The new share of Sudha, new share of Sudha, her old share is 4 by 10. So here 50 is there, so make this also 50. So it becomes 50, 4 5s are 20. 4 5s are 20. Now you see, I'll write here new profit sharing ratio of all. Here there is no place. So that is 19 by 50. It is Sandhya's share is to Lata's share is 11 by 50 and Sudha's share we made it 20 by 50 to match this 20 by 50. So the new ratio is 19 is to 11 is to 20. We cannot simplify. So this is the new profit sharing ratio. 19 is to 11 is to 20. Gaining ratio of remaining partners. Simply they asked. They asked the gaining ratio. What is the gaining ratio? Who will gain? Their ratio only. Who will gain? Their ratio only. So gain ratio of whom? Gain ratio of Sandhya and Lata. Of Sandhya and Lata only. Lata only. Only they gained, that is 9 by 50 is to 6 by 50. So that is 9 is to 6. That means 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are. So that is 3 is to 2 is to. If you want, you can write the third partner share also. She doesn't gain anything. So we can write 3 is to 2 is to 0. 0 shows this one, Sudha's share. Sudha's share is, gain ratio is not there. So this is the answer. Like this we have to calculate. So that's all. Only the thing is, first you have to read the question, try to understand whether they gave gain share or gain ratio. Gain ratio is given by using the retiring partner share find out the share gained. Then add old share plus share gained. Then you find out how much they gain, that is gain ratio. That's all. Now the next two problems also homework for you. Ninth problem, Pooja, Priya and Pratishtha are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. Priya retires, her share is taken by Pooja and Pratishtha in the ratio of 2:1. Taken means acquired. So 2/3 of Priya's share, 1/3 of Priya's share, you will get gain ratio or gain share, then you add to the old share. While ninth one, Pooja, Priya, Pratishtha are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. Priya retires, her share is taken by Pooja and Pratishtha in the ratio of 2:1. So their old ratio is 3:2:1. To make it easy, you just convert into share, add this 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6, 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6. This is the old ratio. And Priya retires, Priya second partner, Priya retires, her share is taken by Pooja and Pratishtha in the ratio of 2:1. That means 2/3 of 6/2 and 1/3 of 6/2. That's all. And the last problem, you try. P, Q and R are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. Q retires. His share is acquired by P and R in the ratio of 3:2. Calculate a new profit sharing ratio. That's all. So try to do this. Very simple. Even gain ratio also simple. New profit sharing ratio also simple. So the next discussion is treatment of goodwill. Treatment of goodwill. Goodwill, you know, the reputation or the good name of the firm which is valued in monetary terms. During admission, the old partner sacrificed their share to the new partner or admitting partner. At that time, the partner who is getting admitted, he will give little money along with this capital. That money we calculate or we consider it as goodwill. That will be given to the old partners as a they sacrifice for the sake of him to compensate that they give. Like that only, while retirement also, the firm's name, fame, profit, excellence, everything by all the partners. One partner dies or one partner retires, we should give his contribution. Earlier what he did, that should be calculated and should be given to the retiring partner and should be compensated by the remaining partner because they will get his share. Right? It should be valued as per the agreements and compensated by the continuing partners. Compensated by the continuing partners. Here, about goodwill, there are confusions because as per AS 26, Accounting Standard 26, in admission you might have seen, the firm cannot raise goodwill. What we do like that. Internally generated goodwill also we are considering as asset. But it cannot be considered as an asset. Do you understand? Internally created goodwill cannot be considered as an asset. That is paid goodwill we can consider. So the calculation or the treatment of goodwill, there is a confusion. In the textbook they gave two ways of calculating. One is when goodwill does not appear in the books. When goodwill does not appear in the books means we have to create goodwill. And another one is goodwill is already appearing in the books. So goodwill is already appearing in the books, we need not think about that. When goodwill does not appear in the books, we have to use 4 methods of calculating it. 4 methods of calculating it. As it is there in the textbook, I will just tell the journal entries. When it is, sometimes we have to maintain what we have to create and retain in the balance sheet. As per the provisions, it is against or it is wrong. And sometimes we have to raise and have to return off. And sometimes without goodwill's name, we have to create and adjust between old partners and retiring partners. That is the correct method. So about that, just I will show the journal entries under treatment of goodwills. Journal entries in different cases, under different cases. Just for information, I will tell there are 4 cases when goodwill does not appear in the books. Let us see. Number 1, goodwill is raised at its full value and retained in the books of the firm. If we retain like this, what I have to do? Here, anyway, goodwill is created, goodwill increases, goodwill is an asset. Goodwill account should be debited at its full value and all partners' account should be credited. So, individually in old ratio, when all partners come in his old ratio. So, what is the journal entry? Remember, goodwill account is debited. Goodwill account is debited at its full value. Here, full value debit to all partners' capital account. All partners' capital account. Here, under old ratio. So, be one narration. Narration like simple. Goodwill is raised at its full value and retained in the books of the firm. So, like this. This one is at full value, and this one in old ratio. One condition, one case over. So, here goodwill appears in the new balance sheet, but it is against the provisions of Accounting Standard 26. Accounting Standard means the terms and conditions regarding maintaining accounts which should be uniform. Time to time they change, but it is not updated in the textbook. Anyway, no problem. You remember this. When goodwill is raised, goodwill account debtor, and it is retained means it will be transferred to all partners' capital account in the old ratio. Second one is like this only. When goodwill is raised at its full value and written off immediately, they don't maintain it. So just little change. The second one, goodwill is raised at its full value and written off immediately. Written off means what? Cancelled. Written off immediately. Cancelled immediately. If they cancelled immediately, what they do? So here also same, for raising goodwill we have to use the same journal entry, but here we have to write off. So for that a separate entry is there. First entry is that only. Goodwill account debtor to all partners' capital account, including retiring partner capital account. It is for raising goodwill. So you have to write being goodwill raised at its full value. For writing off or cancelling, we should write remaining partners capital account, because we have to cancel this goodwill account. So here it is in debit side, we have to change it to credit side. But while crediting, we should debit to remaining partner, not for the retiring partner. Remaining partners capital account debtor to just cancel goodwill to goodwill account. Here also write the narration being goodwill cancelled or written off. So here written off at its full value. Here also like that only. Here new ratio will be used. For this we want new ratio. Earlier here it is old ratio. Hence, it doesn't appear in the balance sheet. Third case, here only I will modify. Third case is there. I hope you understood this. One is retained in the books. There only one journal entry. When you are writing off, you will get two journal entries. Now, goodwill is raised or created to the extent of retiring partner's share. Goodwill is third case. When goodwill is not at its full value, little change is there. Goodwill is raised only the extent of retiring partner or retired partner's share. So, you can write raise to the extent of retired partner's share. How much is retired partner share is that much we raise, and also retired partner share, and we don't keep it written off immediately. Written off immediately. What will be the journal entry? So for creating, we have to write goodwill only, but goodwill to the extent of retiring partner share. So while writing goodwill only you should write, but not a full amount, only to the, here two entries will come. First entry for raising, that is goodwill account debtor, to, for whom we are giving? We are giving to retiring partner. So retired partners capital account. Retiring partners capital account, because only that much we are raising. Only that much is share. Same narration you write. That is goodwill is raised to the extent of retired partner share. But here one more condition is there. They write off. For writing off, to cancel. How to cancel? So here retired partners capital account is there. It should be transferred, and just goodwill should be written off. Goodwill should be written off. How can you write off goodwill? Here it is in the debit side, change into credit side. While changing good or cancelling goodwill, that should be compensated by whom? Remaining partner. So we have to write remaining partners capital account should be debited. Remaining partners capital account debit. Remaining partners capital account cancel goodwill. Goodwill doesn't appear here. Goodwill account. So here it is being goodwill written off. Goodwill written off. Here also this is gain ratio. They are compensating. Goodwill will be compensated. His share of goodwill will be compensated by the remaining partners, so that in the gain ratio. Now last one entry is there. Last entry where goodwill does not appear at all. No goodwill account is raised or created at all in the books of the firm. Where? In the firm's books. In the firm's books. We don't create goodwill. So at that time goodwill should not be shown. That's all. If you don't want to show goodwill, same. That is, we have to debit to continuing partners. The same second entry in the previous case. Continuing partners capital account. Continuing or remaining. Continuing partners capital account debit. We have to debit to continuing partners capital account in gain ratio, and should be transferred to whom? To retiring partners capital account. Retiring partners capital account. Here goodwill will not be shown, being goodwill created and cancelled, written off or transferred, because here goodwill will not be shown. So in the fourth method, goodwill share of retiring partner is adjusted directly. We call this is adjusting directly. So in this case, this treatment fulfills the provisions of AS 26 or Accounting Standard 26. So these are the 4 methods. Generally, this method we use. I said there are 2 types of goodwill. One is paid goodwill, another one is created goodwill. As per the new provisions, we cannot consider created goodwill as an asset, and it should not be shown in the balance sheet. That provision is there. So as it is there in book, I have shown all the 4 steps, all the 4 methods. Now the last one is remaining, that is hidden goodwill. After making all adjustments, if any excess amount is there, they will pay that with goodwill. So the excess amount we call here in retirement as hidden goodwill. Right? So here everything we should calculate. Adjustment about their capital accounts, revaluation of assets and liabilities, or accumulated profit and losses. All adjustments will be made. After that, if anything remains, that time if they give along with goodwill, the excess amount, if they pay while paying lump sum amount, the amount paid to him in excess of what is to be given, that amount we call, that amount we treat as hidden goodwill. So that's all about goodwill. Now, like this only, we have to see how to share accumulated profit. About accumulated profit, we have seen admission. Here, while solving problems only, I will tell you. And revaluation of assets and liabilities, then partner's capital account, then balance sheet. That much is remaining. We learn that one by solving problems. So next session, I will tell you how to do revaluation account, partner's capital account, and also balance sheet. Hope you have understood what I said about the new profit sharing ratio and also treatment of goodwill. Stay home, stay safe. All the best.